So we're on our way to Black Canyon of the Gunnison. We're driving the mountain roads up through Telluride and Ouray up to, is it Montrose we're going?
Yeah.
And the fall colors are just
stunning.
Absolutely stunning. I've kind of in the past kind of regretted leaving Minnesota early and missing the fall colors there, thinking just the yellows of the aspens and things in the mountains would be
Not that exciting.
less than.
You're right.
But the aspens mixed in with the pines and mountains and peaks, it's just absolutely stunning going through here.
And the yellows are so bright, especially when they're contrasted with the green of the pines. Yeah, creation is quite humbling. It's hard to stop filming around every curve. That's going to be the biggest challenge, is cutting this footage
our
down.
hour-long drive, or two-hour drive all the way up through the mountains. Like
we
this,
could film it all.
Oh my word! Look at this here.
Oh yeah, it's so. Colorado, at least in the fall, is stunning, and the weather is wonderful. I can't recommend it enough. These colors along the mountainside over here, that's where the orange is.
Yeah, that's the beautiful orange. We just went through a chain station for chaining up your tires in the winter, and so we know that the terrain is going to change here, and we're going to start heading up the mountain. So
we actually started to see just a couple of raindrops too.
Yeah.
So, and it's definitely getting cooler. But what is not to love about this? I don't think we're going to actually go in to the town, but we're definitely seeing some incredible homes, ski chalets and things.
All right, so we've arrived at Black Canyon of the Gunnison. There's a scenic drive here with a number of pull-offs and overlooks, and we're going to just go check them out.
So this is quite the verdant valley. We are at the highest point, I believe, in the park, and it's overlooking the town of Montrose, which surprisingly has what would appear to be a regular-sized airport for a little town in the middle of nowhere.
You just wouldn't expect to see all this farmland out here.
No.
Smashed between the canyon and the desert kind of dry lands on the bottom. This is Warner Point. You can see down the river down over there, and the whole view of the canyon as it disappears. And then all the way down the canyon in that direction as well. Probably one of the better viewpoints in the park, if you don't mind hiking a little bit.
All right, so we are on the East River Access Road here in Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and this is quite the interesting road. We seem to keep finding ourselves on these kind of roads.
Mm-hmm. It's Just the kind of people we are.
Yes. Boy, I'd like to be riding up this. Wow. I gotta think this is one of the steepest grades we've been on.
What big ears you have.
And I think you said these are mule deer, right?
Yes. So there's a number of plaques down here at the bottom of the canyon, and it's talking about a tunnel that they built through the mountain here. And if you look in the river, you can see that there's a dam right over here, and then there's this little house over here, and you can see the water is flowing in underneath that house. So I think that's where the tunnel is. And we're thinking that this tunnel is feeding the water that's in the creek behind our camper at the campground. And the reason that they did this was for irrigation purposes for farmlands around here. When we were up on top, and we looked out over the plains, it was very interesting that there was this incredible huge green field out there, and the thought was, how can they have this great big green field out there when it's so dry out here? And that appears to be the reason why. So the Black Canyon of the Gunnison.
Black Canyon of the Gunnison. It's beautiful here, but it's not one that I would go out of my way to make it a destination for a trip.
No, you could easily come here, and in under 4 hours you could do every single overlook and probably hike every trail we're on the south rim.
Yes.
If you wanted to do the north rim too, you'd have to go drive 2 to 3 hours to get over there to do that. But on the south rim here, you could easily do it all in that amount of time. If you wanted to just come in here, go to the visitor center and just see the view from there, you know, much like the Grand Canyon, a lot of the views are sort of similar, but that would be the other option as well.
Yeah, it's totally beautiful. What I would say is for all the overlooks, and there are, probably 7, 8, something like that.
At least, yeah.
They are all easily, I shouldn't say easily, they are all accessible to most people. There are only a few that are accessible to wheelchairs, and there's some that, you know, a lot of stairs, so there's a little bit of, there can be some huffing, but the biggest challenge is the elevation.
Yeah, you're at 7,000 to 8,000 feet.
Yeah, so you'll get huffy and puffy, but you should,
particularly if you haven't acclimated to the elevation.
Absolutely, but anybody should be able to see all the overlooks, and they are really stunning.
Yeah.
So we highly recommend it if it's on your way someplace.
Yep.
So this is National Park number 4 of this trip, and
Yep.
what are we going to do tonight?
Scratch off the poster.
Scratch off the poster. All right, onward to the next adventure.
Yes.
And the next national park.
Yes.
We're going to tell them what it is?
No.
Okay. Oh, you're into that tree. You are into the tree on the right-hand side. Is it scratching?
Oh, big scratch, yeah.
Really? How do we get out of this?
I'm not sure yet.